The internet is full of content, and as people become more reliant on the information online, it becomes ever more important to find the right content quickly, efficiently, and accurately. We have seen in the news how information can easily manipulate our decisions and perception of the world. In the US, 39% of 18 to 29 years old go online almost constantly. 65% of students go online daily to get information for school, which has doubled from 2006. Yet, the reliability of online information has dropped to 37%. Thus, early Gen Z are faced with important life decisions that require time and effort to find information for. How do they get the right information needed for their situation quickly and easily? A lot of things we search for online are not that unique. Every year, there are people searching similar topics, and yet we search alone and start from zero. For myself, I wanted to build a company while attending the Babson MBA program, and yet I wasn't able to see what sites were useful from other entrepreneurs before me, and I didn't have a place to share my findings nor collaborate. The problem is that we have a ton of content online that is good and bad. When searching for things a little more complicated than what's the weather today, we go through the tedious task of searching and determining what information is right in terms of accuracy, credibility, and usefulness to the end goal. And due to the lack of time and unfamiliarity of the topic, we aren't able to find every information we need to have the best outcome. We observed hundreds of people and found most people go through similar processes. First, they search for keywords that resonate with their goal and get millions of results. They go through the first few pages of the result, opening links as new window and tabs based on factors such as the title, the description, the ranking on the page, etc. Then they skim through each site to see if it's relevant and store their findings via tab, bookmarks, or documents. The process is repeated as they find out there are other areas that need to be understood before their goal is accomplished. Then they share their findings in emails, messaging apps, or documents that make it hard for others to work with. What if you could gather everyone's individual effort into one centralized platform? Our solution is to crowdsource and contextualize the links that are most valuable for a specific purpose. Through our peers and experts, we can curate and share the best website. Everyone can share why the website was valuable with takeaways. A voting system will allow the best information to rise to the top. Users can see what others find, preventing the problem of searching alone, and can update with new links. Today, over 4.7 billion searches are conducted throughout the world by over 1.67 billion people. Both of these numbers are growing as more people have access to the internet and look toward the web for answers. We believe 6% of the current searches are most relevant to Pikurate, leading to an opportunity of 280 million related queries per day and at least a serviceable addressable market of 100 million users.
Although there is a huge market size potential, we want to focus our efforts on the college students in the US. Just in Boston alone, where Pikurate is based, we have access to over 40,000 students out of the 16 million in the US. They are increasingly turning to the internet to find out what they need, but also increasingly frustrated and skeptical of the content, and thus want better information. We know through research that they are more open to sharing their thoughts and findings, and they are experiencing many firsts, such as going to college for the first time, going their first internship, getting their first student loan, etc. These types of content will be great on Pikurate for them. As a two-sided platform, it's very important for us to generate the content that users want to see. Through surveys and research with our initial user base, we have begun to seed the content and utilize inbound strategies to bring in similar users. As a collaborative tool, the clubs and organizations we have targeted will benefit the most in bringing additional users. Now, in post-launch, we are partnering with experts and schools to curate content that in turn brings with them their own audiences. Last but not least, we want to ensure that a relevant pick is in front of a potential searcher at the time when they need the information the most through SEO and online ads. Now, in terms of our competitors, we created this matrix between topic-based and purpose-based content creation and content curation. So the first part, the topic-based and purpose-based, there are a lot of collections of information by general topics that are great for browsing. For example, food recipes. While certain sites give specific information based on a purpose, like I need to prepare a Valentine's meal that will amaze my partner. And these things are very different. One is topic, one is purpose. For Pikurate, we are focused on providing curated content that fulfills a specific purpose that you are in search for. Now, in terms of content curation and content creation, like we said before, the internet is full of vast information. There are sites that focus on helping users create content as effortlessly as possible. We got Instagram, YouTube, Medium. However, to handle this explosion of new content, there are also other platforms that focus on curating and reorganizing that content that exists. So at Pikurate, we believe that most of our questions are answered somewhere in the world, in the World Wide Web. We just need to uncover them. We need to curate them. Pikurate is home to reorganize information online to be more useful and geared towards search purposes. Thus, content creators, bloggers, and platforms that host content become a source of information that Pikurate can link to. Users do not need to be experts themselves to provide value to the topic. Users can now interact with others searching for the same topics and discussing with each other. And as these topics have a specific purpose and goal, each pick will eventually provide all the links necessary to accomplish that goal. Now, in terms of our revenue models, at the very early stages of Pikurate, we believe we can make money through commissions from paid research. So this is like, for example, a student who will have to write a paper or do a project, but don't want to spend all their time just searching for the information online. They can commission someone to do the research, to do the searching of the information and hand it over so that the student can read it and then write their paper or do their project. So there's commissions we can make from the paid research. There's also freemium features as well. Right now the platform is free and public to all, but there's certain features such as having private picks, having storage, things like that will be additional cost. And then also we're looking into B2B licensing. So certain companies want to actually start creating Pikurate for themselves to use internally for their knowledge database, but also to see how other users are searching for the information that's related to their product or their service. We are beginning to reach out to these companies and create sponsored picks and provide unique marketing insights for a set budget. And as we grow and hit a critical mass, our revenue model will revolve around targeted ads that are really specific to their purpose and what funnel they're in, as well as affiliation fees if they buy products from our website, and also the data that we're going to collect and data insights we can share with other people. So as you look at our timeline, we started around August 8th in 2017. We bootstrapped for a while. We created some MVPs and tested them. We were filing a patent, and then afterwards we were excited. We got our initial angel investment of $250K, and then with that we were able to launch our beta. And now that we've launched, it's been about 3-4 weeks since mid-April that we launched. We're really focusing on getting the users, creating the content, and also improving the product itself. So after 4 weeks into launching our beta since mid-April, we have over 1,000 signups, over 250 users, and over 150 picks created. classrooms and organizations at Babson, Bowdoin, Tufts, Boston College are all beginning to use the platform, and we're continually connecting with other organizations around the area to work with them and create content that's useful for them as well. So at Pikurate, we have a great team. Leo, the CEO, has led 4 startups, including this one, in the search engine and advertising space. He's partnered with Google and Yahoo in the past, served major clients like the Blue House in Korea, and generated over 4 million annual revenue. I myself have over 10 years in community building and teaching. I've got an MBA in marketing and analytics. Jungwoo, our CFO, is an international CPA with over 20 years in M&A industry and a CFO of a listed company. And Igor, our CTO, has over 20 years of technical experience and several rounds of startup investments and exits. And so we're really looking for people who want to improve the use, the transparency, and the access of information online to join us on our journey. Whether you are a potential user, a supporter, or investor, we'd love to talk to you. Our contact information, as you can see on the slide, is team@pikurate.com. So at Pikurate, we believe that we can find better information together. Thank you.
Thank you.